All right. Yeah, right? Yeah. All right.
Matthew
McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey in the new
movie
My Fair Lady.
I would pay to see that. No, but
Matthew McConaughey as her dad, as Eliza's dad.
No, as Eliza.
As Eliza. Well, he's kind of
the
he's kind of the ultimate Eliza Doolittle.
In what way?
In that he's got a really like hickey accent, but he transformed into this huge glamorous movie star, and now he does car commercials.
Buick commercials. Those commercials are
from bongos to Buick. The Matthew McConaughey story.
Exactly. That was really well played.
Thank you.
Did I tell you that I found Matthew... Oh, this is IMHO. Did I tell you that I found Matthew McConaughey's biography unironically on Curtis's bedside table?
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Why?
Because Curtis is...
My initial reaction was LOL, because this biography that I used to pass around with a group of friends, we all tried to read it, and then when it got to me, I cut all the pages out to use it as a drag prop, and I never gave it back. It's the Michael Bolton autobiography. And the reason we passed it around is because it's insane. Like, it's truly, like the Vanna White.
He dated Nicolette Sheridan, right?
Mm-hmm.
She left Harry Hamlin for...
She died on Desperate Housewives, remember that? So I picked it up and I was like, oh my God, this is so funny. Are you like doing the thing I did with Michael Bolton? And he was like, no, it's because I think he has a really good career and he's an actor I look up to. And I was like, huh.
You know what? I'll never forget Matthew McConaughey.
Taquitos? No, tequila. Does he have a tequila company? Doesn't he? Is he Casamigos? Does he tequila?
I think he might have a tequila.
Maybe a taquito line. I don't know. It's been a while.
Hey, I would eat a Matthew McConaughey taquito.
Are you kidding me? It'd be filled with tequila.
Yeah. And you'd eat it and you'd say, all right.
Except in British, because in the UK...
All right. In my homosexual opinion,
I'm Dobby Bag.
And I'm Alexis B. Bevels. The P stands for Pearly Gates Roast. It's the roast episode of the final four. They got to roast themselves and the judges and, surprise, quelle surprise, the return, the queens that already were kicked off.
When you saw those lines of queens, did you go, oh my God.
Who are they? Yes.
Just because we've just been cycling through so much Drag Race.
So much Drag Race.
Anubis, thank God they made every single person made fun of her because I could not
place.
I thought it was et cetera, et cetera.
The one to the left of Anubis, it took me until after the episode was over to realize that was Electra Fence. They should have given him like a walkout. Let him walk the runway.
Electra Fence.
Remember Electra Fence?
By a fence.
And poop. And there was poop involved.
She pooped. Oh, she fell in poop.
And
then she felt wiped out.
Hey!
Wiped out. No, I can't. This will fall off.
No, that was good.
All right. We are a little loop-de-doopty because we had a very busy weekend.
Yes, and we are behind, but we make the schedule. You don't pay for this, so calm down. We had a very special weekend. Darby.
What?
Tell them what you did this weekend.
Oh, okay. Highlights for me. Oh my God. I took two-hour naps yesterday. 2.
Stop joking. Tell them what you did.
It was my bachelorette weekend.
It was her bachelorette weekend. So
if I did not answer your email in the last few days, I will get to it this week. It was me, my closest friends, and Alexis, and we did.
We surprised you.
It was all a surprise.
We surprised her with a stay in a luxury hotel downtown Chicago. We went to a beautiful dinner.
Yes, we did.
Messy Queen Gorgeous Michael picked out an amazing restaurant we went to downtown.
I knew he would. That's why he was in charge.
Yeah. He was definitely in charge. He and Betsy, your old best friend.
My best friend from 7th grade.
Your old best friend.
From
ages
grade.
of 7 to whenever we met.
I've known her since Chan was born.
Yeah. And Chan was there, and we went to a gorgeous dinner.
Chan was just here for 2 weeks. She flew back in just for this. I was so honored. Weren't you so excited?
Loves you. Of course. I knew it was happening.
Just that, like, she was just here, and I know she's flying in for the wedding in a few weeks. So I was just the fact that all of you were there. Well, you didn't have anything else going on, but the fact that other people cleared their schedules, so nice.
Yeah, Betsy flew in from, where is she from?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Remember, because I told you that story of when I went to see her, and then I gave a guy a blowjob in a cemetery. we stayed, the first night we went to a lovely dinner, we stayed in this gorgeous hotel
And
downtown.
can I tell,
and
I
we
know
saw
it's your
a famous
bachelorette party, but
author.
can I tell
What?
you? Best martini I've ever had in my life. You had a sip of it.
I'm not a martini girl.
I'm not usually either, but that was the best. I couldn't even tell if it was vodka or gin, and I hate gin. It was so good and smooth. I want to go back there and get another martini.
I did a night of martinis once in my life. This hot bartender asked me what I wanted, and I was like, I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know what kind of, this was very early on in my drinking days. I didn't have my first drink till I was like 24. So anyway, so I was like, I don't know. And then he's like, what about a gin martini? And I was like, well, I know that's the one thing I don't like. I don't like gin. He's like, you will the way I make it. So of course he was hot, and I was desperately in need of someone's validation. So I was like, sure. He made me this martini that solidified that I do not like gin.
Yeah.
And you know what I did?
You drank it.
I drank 5 of them. But yeah, I hate it. Anyway, I'm glad you liked it.
I liked it. And then the next day, they whisked you off to a gorgeous spa day.
Bitch, it was all a surprise. It was so shocking, so exciting. I love having friends with jobs. They took me to the Waldorf Astoria. Fancy.
So fancy. It was like Gossip Girl, where there was like a little courtyard you had to go in just to get into.
Wasn't it gorgeous?
It was
I could have
really
just
pretty.
stood in the courtyard.
What is it, Eloise at the Waldorf?
At the Palace. No, at the, where, Home Alone 2.
Eloise in Home Alone 2.
It was
so
gorgeous.
pretty.
Anyway, and then I'm whisked to the spa and told that I have a diamond glow facial awaiting me.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Before, they take you to like the locker room. Sports. There's a hot tub and a steam room that you can hang out in before you get your treatment. So we went like an hour early so we could drink champagne in the hot tub. And we didn't know that there was a wedding party.
There was a wedding there.
In the spa. And they were all very athletic, mid to late 20s something men. So Michael and I walk into the hot tub area and we peek into the steam room, and there are 5 very muscular, very young, very attractive straight men. And so I took my engagement ring off. And then as Michael and I, with our gay little champagne, because, you know, they're just drinking water because they have to get their protein. I don't know how water works. And then one of them walks by and goes, champagne. Yeah, that's how you fucking do it, right, man? And Michael and I both just went, yeah. And then I get the surprise after we get out. I think we're going to meet them for lunch because Chan and Alexis had to do something.
We got ready for the next phase of the surprise.
Come to find out, they take me up to a room in the Waldorf.
We stayed in the Waldorf.
We stayed in the Waldorf. You and Chan moved all of this stuff over.
Well, most of it. I did leave a couple things in the old hotel, and I did have to go back and get them later.
Really,
but you know what? It
I
wouldn't
appreciate
be an
you doing
experience.
That. And I hope I did not make you feel guilty about leaving my most expensive dress coat in the last hotel room
you
that I
told
left
me
on
it
a
was-
hanger by the front door.
Well, here's where I
hope
gotta
didn't
be.
make
Here's
you
where I
feel
gotta
bad
be honest.
That like, I almost lost that.
No, of course not.
Yeah, of course.
You told me how much you paid for it, and
Yes.
$30 is a lot of money.
In certain cultures.
So here's my. This is where
economies.
it was completely my fault because I orchestrated the packing up of everything, and I just didn't.
that's the first
now I
problem.
looked in the drawers because I thought maybe something slipped into some drawers.
Did you get my Book of
But
Mormon?
I didn't.
Did you get my Book of Mormon?
Yeah. But I didn't look in the closet because I just.
You spent so many years in the closet.
You came out of the closet already,
Right.
so I thought you were out. I also I forget that you're fancy, and I feel like you hanging your coat up in the closet is for fancy people.
I'm not fancy. You know what it was that...
In fact, when people tell me to do that, I'm a little offended. It's like, well,
Well, the reason I did it was because I opened it and it was such a gorgeous closet, and I felt bad that we were garbage and none of us were going to use it. So I was like, why don't I put my most expensive coat in there? And that's my fault. I'm an idiot. I should have left a note that said, hey, when you whisk me out of here and surprise me, don't forget my coat.
Yeah.
That's on me.
but I'm glad that it all
And
worked
then-
out.
Then we went to a food court. And I know you're like, what?
That was my favorite part.
Wasn't it the most glorious?
That was my favorite
food
part.
court?
It was the future. You ever
And
seen that movie,
blooming
The
days.
Passengers? It felt like that. You go up to computer, and there's all different restaurants, and you say what you want. You can order from every different restaurant you want.
Friendly man just
And then
standing
they-
nearby saying, "Are
and
you
then,
excited?"
And then they
It's like,
come, and
"Yeah,
then you
I'm
go to a
ordering chicken."
different place, and they bring it out to you.
And beer. And then we got provisions at the Walgreens, and then we go up to the hotel. 'cause-
Walgreens and
'cause
Waldorf.
the whole idea was the first night we went out to dinner. The second night
We were gonna just still in, because that's our
just
speed.
wanted
We like to
be
stay inside.
in a suite, like just drinking wine. So we ordered pizza. It was gorgeous. Anyway, we're like, hang on, why were the streets all closed off? That was weird.
And what is this music I
And the
hear?
lights? Do you see those?
There's lights. It was like Fox Searchlight.
It was a Christmas parade. They were lighting the Christmas
a tree
tree down
ceremony.
wherever the fuck the Christmas tree is.
Excuse me.
And we could see it from
Hot
our
air
balcony.
balloons. Hot air balloons.
And
I saw Mickey.
I don't know how hot they were. They did not come off the ground that much. If anything, I felt like people were pushing
Well, it's the
them.
Windy City.
Yeah,
They can't go
it's-
too high because they'd fly away.
It's not just the wind, it's the politics.
Exactly. We did see a hot air balloon politician. I believe it was
Yes.
Treviano. Or who's the mayor?
Blagojevich. He's out of jail.
Really?
I think so.
Well, they had to make room for Jen Shaw.
So we ended up watching like a Christmas parade.
From a balcony.
The fucking Waldorf.
17
I've never
floors.
Here's
It's a little scary,
overall. Here's the main takeaway of the weekend. I was deeply blown away.
Like that Blagojevich. It did go away.
Yes, I'm very Leo. Right? But having people fly in from out of town for me, paying for everything, that was very uncomfortable, but it was so humbling and I loved it. But most importantly, here's what I've learned. I should never have money. Because walking into the Waldorf, did it change me just walking in? Yeah. Because when I walked in, I thought I was just going to the spa. And I felt like an imposter and I don't belong here. So when the guy opened the door for me to get into the fucking hotel, the first thought I had was to apologize. Then I come out of the spa, we go up to the room, I find out I stay there. So then as we're leaving, the guy opens the door for me and I'm like, of course. I should never have money.
It was a beautiful
And
weekend.
luckily, I won't.
Chan and I were kind of there for vibes and for snack. We did craft services.
I appreciate that. Y'all did a great job.
But Michael did all the booking and Betsy did all the hotels, and so that was really lovely.
Can I say this though? Chan brought the Boda boxes, and the Boda boxes got us through the weekend, and we're finishing up right now. What we're drinking tonight is a Bachelorette Boda.
It's still the Bachelorette.
I love a Boda box. That is quality.
It was lovely. It was
Quality,
a really
revolution.
lovely, and it was really relaxing. And I just have to say, for my Bachelorette, I think we can start going ahead and making plans now.
Oh, well, because do you know climate change? So I don't know that we're ever going to make it to 2045. I mean, we can start the planning, but I don't know if we'll get
Well,
there.
I just feel like seeing how yours went was so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we can start, kind of spinning that wheel. Now, I haven't met him yet, but...
Right, no, that's clear. All right.
Yes!
It's time to go to UK.
UK, hon. All right. I don't know why. Did you... I must not have been paying attention right at that moment. Ella... So, they're doing a roast.
Yes, love.
Ella gets to choose the lineup. Do they just decide she gets to choose because she has the most badges, or why? Or did she just volunteer to choose?
Because
Did she win last time? Oh, it was Ella and Kitty. It was a double win. Remember? Because it was a double save, double lip sync for the
Okay,
win.
I have to be honest with you. I had a very long weekend.
There's been so much.
I had a very long weekend, and so details are fuzzy. But what I do remember is the lineup was chosen.
The lineup was chosen. So what it ended up being was Ella said, I'm going to do shit, me, shit, strong. So and those are her words, not mine.
Those are strong words.
Well, she's a strong girl. Have you seen her muscles?
I know she is very muscle.
Show me your muscles. What is that from?
A porn.
The Wild Party.
Let's just get into the roast.
Let's get into the roast.
Yeah, so this episode was very much filled with time. And
It's a
it's
winner's
and it's fun. Don't get me
lap.
wrong. It is fun to see the girls chat, but did I need all of them breaking down how good they were, what they were worried about? No, I didn't need that. But we got the trauma talk. That's great. So let's go right to the roast because we have a lot of not just things to talk about, but looks because welcome back.
The other ones. And I
Yes.
think that we should have, I wanted
All
to
the
see
other
more of
ones.
them. It was good to see them back.
Because they were in insanely gorgeous looks.
Yeah.
Anubis, which we found out that was who that was. She looked incredible.
There's been a lot of drag.
Listen, Scarlet Harlot, she
Although,
looked
did you
stunning.
notice, though, all the makeup on her teeth? Those bitches.
But honestly, that makes her more relatable, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Also, Charity Case,
Iconic.
as a fucking witch, everyone looked
Well, let's start with Crystal Versace. Her whole thing was she was young and she's a virgin. That was her
she stuck-
those are her two beats.
Right. That
She
was
stuck
tough.
to those, but she did have some good zings.
Let's say this, just to be all right. Let's say that the girls, Vanity and Crystal, are not comedians. I don't think it was garbage.
No, I don't think
was
so
it a little
either.
uncomfortable at times? Yeah, but I think overall, Good on ya.
Good Anya. And, well, who's Anya? I did think it was really funny. Veronica Green had a funny clapback, and RuPaul had a funny clapback. She was like,
That was funny.
that was really
Ru
funny.
did
She's
it.
like, Ru was always complimenting me and telling me I'm so good at everything I do. And Ru was like, not anymore. And it was funny.
Veronica, listen.
That was a funny clapback.
She is, yes, and I don't want to kick a horse while it is in a green wig, but I do have to say, what was she wearing? What was that wig? Then we move on to Ella. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to say really quickly. She did look great. I loved the whole, like, they're the angels and they're roasting down the girls. Did you see?
Poor River.
River?
Yeah. River tweeted that they were all told to wear the devil horns, and she's the only one who did, which makes sense.
But she looked cute. She did not look out of
I
place.
liked it
I
with
liked
the
it.
horns.
I mean,
Yeah.
she looked gorgeous. Okay, sorry. Ella Vidae comes out and blows
Annihilates.
us away. Annihilates.
And does it in such a way like
Walking away from the podium. Haven't we? I'm a very bad, and if you watch the show or just read our comments, you know this. I'm a very bad Drag Race historian. I never remember things. I feel like we've seen that before, where there was a roast or some sort of comedy challenge where the person who walked away and didn't really use their notes, that was like a big stick out. Like, that was incredible.
I feel like there's some kind of version of that every time. It's like, get your face out of your notes.
She did say, like, earlier in the episode that she's more of an improv person. And so when people would throw these clapbacks at her, she was ready to come right back.
Yeah.
Saying that she's 32, but she
and her
tastes
jokes
15,
were
and
crafted.
she killed it.
I just wrote Ella Slade. I thought it was good. The look is cute. The judges said she made everyone feel at ease. I agree. I'm really surprised because, you know, my internal biases and my, you know, insecurities at the beginning of this journey made me say, no, I don't want her. I don't want him. He's hot out of drag, pretty in drag. I don't want that. Proved, Kitty said it, proved she can do anything.
Well, I said last week, I would not be surprised if she won.
I'm gonna say, well, we'll say at the end, but I'm gonna say what.
Well, wait,
what
we'll
I'll
say it at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vanity
next.
Milan looked so beautiful.
She looked stunning. I can't wait to get to her runway
loved
too. This was
this.
perfect.
I loved it.
Also, it harks back to what they said about Ella, was that she made everyone feel comfortable, because when you know someone's in control of the act, you don't have to worry and you're able to let go and laugh a little harder. Crystal and Vanity were good examples of not having it. So it does, as an audience member, even if they come back with a really good joke, you've just been holding your breath for the last 5 minutes. It's like a sudden release, and it's not as satisfying.
It's not as
Suddenly.
satisfying. Yeah, she didn't do the greatest. She knew she wouldn't, and she said she didn't.
But
I feel like she did a good job. Yeah,
stand-up comedian.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole episode, as well as the last episode, they're kind of, you know, like winner's circle.
This episode especially, I was just so thrilled with Vanity, because overall she did fine in a comedy challenge where the entire cast and all of the judges are watching you and wanting you to make fun of them. That's a lot of pressure, and she did it looking stunning. And when her jokes didn't land, she played it off, and she's like, oh, you didn't get that one? Oh, all right. This was a very positive, look how far Vanity has come episode. It was so fun to see.
Yeah, Kitty Scott Claus. Now, this was maybe there was a lot of expectations from her.
Yes.
She's been done so well with this kind of stuff. She's very quick.
Yes.
I thought she did a great job. If anything, I thought she was a little mean, but the judges seemed to love it.
Yeah, the Alan Carr part where we got in the preview last week of him saying, I'm just going to say more shit from the panel.
Yeah.
They didn't show that was a joke. And so when they got into Kitty, I was like, oh no, does she piss off Alan? And then we find out it was all an editor ruse.
Oh, Senator Rupaul.
Editor Rupaul. Had she been able to step away from the podium and have more
conversational
control
ease.
over, I think it
She
would
might
have
have
been neck
won.
and neck, but I think it was pretty clear.
This doesn't have anything to do with the price of beans, but Kitty...
$6.
Those are expensive beans. Kitty, I love her hair. It's not always big. I like her hair.
I
like her choices with her hair.
To
and
me,
it's
this
not
read
something
as
I've
like
seen.
a silly, like, street urchin angel roaster.
Well, also
You know what I mean?
a mom, which is funny because she talks about how when she was 12, she looked like her own mom.
Now that's funny.
That is funny.
Now that's funny.
And they said it, the judges said it later, she lured everyone into a false sense of security by telling jokes about herself first, and then just fucking the shit out of everyone, jokes-wise.
She fucked them.
She bucomedied all over their
mouths.
faces. Is that funny?
Bucomedy? That was really good.
I just made that up!
Okay. You should. There you go. Now you can make us all bucomedy.
I'm doing Chan.
That was brilliant.
Thank you.
I joined a new OnlyFans this weekend.
Let's start with RuPaul.
Category is God. Oh, wait.
Well,
okay.
RuPaul
This
looks
is
really cute.
Our God. And she is an awesome God. Okay.
She
Casting for
reigns
season 15
from
was
heaven above.
I loved this dress.
I love polka dots, and I love
a mini.
I love
a mini.
And I love a sheer tulle polka dot chiffon moment. Kathy Burke is the special guest judge.
That's a professional comedian, because someone who can sit in a roast and just deal. They cut to Ella after Kitty called her a poor man's Dawn French. She was like, you don't say that to her. You don't, like Ella said that. And it's like, no, she's a professional comedian. She's the exact person you say that to.
What are you, the poor man? Let's do what are we poor mans? I'm the poor man's. You could be the poor man's Trixie Mattel, because people always think you're her.
Okay, I do get that a lot. Well, when my name was
Ixie.
My name was Ixie. I did get Trixie a lot. Or a lot of people would just say like, oh, okay, we see you're just copying her. And
but
I'm like,
I think
we
it's
started
more
the
than
same
makeup,
time,
because you both have dark eyes. And you have softer features now, but you used to do a hard cut chin, like a hard cut.
Yeah, but we started at the same time, and I learned my tricks from other queens. And anyway, that drove me nuts when people would be like, well, yeah, but your name's Dixie, and it's close to Trixie, and your makeup looks the same. And I'm like, yeah, because we grew up in the same scene, and we learned the same tricks, and we both have bad taste.
Yeah. Who am I the poor man's?
Alexis Michelle. Sorry, was that too real?
Go get me some more wine. Go get me some more wine for that.
Honestly, no arguments. I will. I'm sorry.
Hi. Welcome to the Alexis Minute. It used to be an intern minute, but now it's just Alexis. One thing that I learned this weekend, celebrating my best friend and her upcoming nuptials, is that I want to get married. So if you want to get married, join me on December 11th at Darby's wedding, downtown at some kind of gallery. I don't remember where. 4 p.m. Yes, it's early, but she's old. And then afterwards, we're going to go to some place called...
You can't tell them details about the wedding. I knew I shouldn't have sent you a...
Did you just add white to that?
Yeah. It's like a rosé.
Rosé.
Well, I drank all the rest of the red Boda Box last night by myself while I watched Sex Life College Girl.
Oh, did you like it?
Bitch, I loved
Sex Life of College Girls by Mindy Kaling, out now on HBO.
I'm
2 episodes out.
I'm a Renee Rapp, like, super fan.
Yeah.
But she is... I loved it. I loved it. I absolutely adored it.
I think Mindy Kaling is...
Lesbian? Okay.
No, she's not a lesbian. But I know,
but Renee Rapp in the show?
Is playing it's a spoiler.
Is it a spoiler?
You find out in the first episode, and what are you doing? I think Mindy Kaling is one of the smartest, funniest writers in the entire world. Every single show she's ever done, I have loved. You've never seen this, but 4 Weddings and a Funeral she did for Hulu. I now watch it every year since it came out.
Oh, right, because I love the original. I can't.
See, I had never seen the original, so I
kidding?
do understand that. Well, she's in the new one too.
Hugh Grant?
He's not.
Okay, then I can't.
It's a reboot, but it's a reimagining, but it's so good. If we can meet Mindy Kaling.
Her books.
You have her books? Can I borrow?
The one time, I've laughed out loud while reading books on occasion.
The Matthew McConaughey novel.
Ha. So funny. When I was a teacher, I would sometimes, when I was able to take my lunch break, which was rare, but when I was able, I would walk up to a Starbucks and buy a coffee that I couldn't afford just to be like away. And I was reading her first book. Girl,
I'm gonna read them.
I was laughing so hard I was crying, and I was so embarrassed that I couldn't stop because people started to kind of look. I've never had that reaction to a book. I left. I had to leave because I was laughing so hard. It was a story about her being a kid falling off a diving board, and it sent me. I'm a huge Mindy fan.
I'm gonna read it.
Yeah.
Let's read these girls now first. Category is goddess.
Goddesses, yeah.
Crystal Versace. No notes. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Whatever goddess she was. Gorge.
Ella Day, blue goddess. Now I did.
I know what you're going to say.
When she came out, I said, oh, the hair's a little small for me. And then she said human. I said, oh, well, they're going to forgive it because it's human.
Right.
Because I guess we just do for some reason.
We've created that culture within our own culture.
But then the judges surprised me by saying, I wish the hair was a little different. But, I mean, she still looked good. She had the horoscope on her body.
The actual design was incredible. I loved the horoscopes. I would love to see Auntie Chan in that. I'm going to be honest with you. But yes, as soon as she said human hair, I had the exact same reaction. Oh, well, human hair can be small, I guess.
Some people can pull it off. I think for her, and for me too, you can go back to that one when I wore my human hair. I think it was too small for me. I think she's too small for her. I think that some people just have features that lend themselves to smaller hair. Dita Ritz looks great in a human hair.
Fuck her.
I think I feel more comfortable in a bigger hair.
Same.
And I think she would maybe look better.
I'll say that. I'll say to this, all right. I think it's what we've also said about her in lighter hair. She does read a little, speaking of toxic masculinity, it's so important to keep that in mind. It does make her features read a little more masculine. I would have loved to see a little more height and to see that design maybe kind of carry up into her hair. That would have been cool.
Oh, yeah.
But still, I mean, she looks gorgeous. This is Final Four chat. Okay, this is Final Four chat.
Two big size Milky Ways in her hair.
I wouldn't have made it down the runway, okay? You get so hungry. You get hungry you have set and you get hungry.
And then the lights are so bright they melt.
They melt and you're hungry.
And then you're Carrie, but instead of blood, it's chocolate.
It's chocolate blood. It's blood made of chocolate. Have you seen Willy Wonka?
Yeah. And
that wasn't just chocolate. It was the blood of the Oompa Loompas.
Can I be honest?
And other kids that he killed.
If I gotta go.
So many kids died.
If I gotta go, Chocolate River doesn't seem so bad.
Drowning sounds so painful. What's that movie where Hugh Jackman is the magician that keeps killing himself by drowning?
The Illuminist.
And he says it's one of the most painful deaths in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And I was always.
How does anybody know that, though?
He died.
Vanity Milan.
Oh!
Gorgeous.
That
hair I want and I need. I don't think I could do, but that hair is stunning.
Did you not just feel so proud of her?
Yeah.
This whole episode, I was so proud of her. Her growth.
Beautiful. And
Gorgeous.
then my favorite of the night, something I would have wanted to wear.
Yes,
Kitty
I could
Scott
see you
Claus.
in that.
They were saying Grecian goddess. Honestly, I say Xanadu. Couldn't you see?
That's exactly what I thought.
Couldn't you see the muses?
Exactly what I
Couldn't
thought.
you see the muses wearing this?
Yes.
Beautiful. I loved the hair.
Yeah, loved.
I loved the hair.
Yeah, actually, if I had to choose for all three of us, I would say you would wear that. I would wear Crystal's, and Chan absolutely would be Ella's. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, before we get into it, let's talk about the Untucked because they got little video messages from there. Remember when they used to do that in the old Untucked?
In pink, they do the pink
in
box.
the Illusions Lounge.
Yeah, interior illusions.
We got Ella's boyfriend and dog,
which I didn't love.
Well, yeah,
it's
offensive. Your boyfriend's hot.
No, I know, but how am I supposed to watch a show and become attracted to someone and continue that fantasy throughout the season? And at the very end of the season, they show her boyfriend.
Can I say this? Her boyfriend had a tongue ring.
Oh, so he's the bottom. So Ella is a top, confirmed.
Kitty's parents. Kitty is just always funny.
I know, I can't.
Kitty is always funny. Her parents are adorable. The dogs were there.
Of course
the dogs were there. Lots of dogs.
Oh, I'm a Kitty Scott Claus apologist. I don't think she could ever do anything wrong.
You're a Kitty Scott closet. What does she call her fans?
She calls them ex-show-a-hole fans. No, I'm just kidding. They can be both. They can be both.
Crystal's family, her sister, who she looked exactly like, titties and all. Sorry, that's inappropriate, but they did both have huge knockers.
Her parents are our age, probably. Did that make you want to die?
No, they weren't.
Oh, they look great.
Did you see that, Dad?
Okay, so they age differently over there because of pollution.
She looked exactly like her sweet little brother.
I know.
And you could tell he was like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but it was really nice knowing her history to see her dad there and speaking up. What a touching moment, and I'm so happy for Crystal.
Crystal is, I did enjoy when the judges were chatting about her her roast, and they were like, yeah, I mean, but you're just so likable and charming. And it's true. It's not something I thought we were going to say about her
From
on
a
day
19-year-old?
one.
No, incredible.
A 19-year-old that
no.
looked like that? I was like, oh, great. She's going to be the
we'll
young
give her
little
her
bitch.
due praise next week, because next week is the final, and it's just going to be more
But
praise,
I just think she's a dream.
And then finally, Vanity's husband, the Estonian, who could not have been cuter, and who is...
Did you say could not have been Estonian?
No, I said he's Estonian and could not have been cuter.
I heard you say could not have been Estonian. I was
when the editors...
Are you well versed?
I think I'm versed, but I don't know if I'm well. I'm definitely not well.
I want to Estonian you.
Ella, the day she wins. Ella Vidae wins, even though they didn't like her hair. Her jokes carried her through, and well deserved.
She killed it. And that outfit was incredible. I don't care that the hair wasn't that great. It
wasn't bad.
It was fine.
It just needed a little something extra, and she'll know that from now on.
Oh, she looks so good.
Kitty is safe, and unfortunately it is Crystal v. Vanity.
As far as the lip sync goes...
Great.
I thought they performed very equally.
Yeah.
I thought they both did the hovering splits. They both have very similar performing styles.
Yeah.
So it clearly came down to track record, because one didn't outperform the other.
Yeah, and one had already been in the bottom of the bunch and one had not. I'll say this, and I mean this in just an interesting a way. I fully think that Crystal Versace is what you get when somebody watches and studies Drag Race from when she was born, because I saw, she tried to do the Naomi Smalls leg thing. She only did it a little bit. She knows her body. She's a model. She's maybe not the greatest dancer, but she learned the tools, the tricks, the spinny split. I feel like she took and studied and did it in a way that's made her very successful. I think other people have done it in the way that makes me resentful of them. Like, well, you only are clearly here to show off that you're a Drag Race fan. But I think she is...
You're so right.
I
did not even think about that. You're so right.
Thank you. I think she is... I think she is a success story of what it means to actually learn and study this show, the good parts about it, and to come out with a level head on your shoulders, but loving the franchise and really, really studying your stuff. So impressive. Did a great job.
That do impress me much.
Yeah, that do impress me much.
All right.
She wins.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Given the track record.
Yeah, and
so sad to see Vanity go.
Cheers to Vanity.
Jesus Christ. What a climb. Miley Cyrus sang about Vanity Milan.
And what an incredible showing.
She's a lip sync assassin.
She's stunning. Her outfits are gorgeous.
And
she really proved that she can hang with everybody.
And she's so early in her career.
But for being so early in her career, yeah.
She's so early in her career, and she just kept coming back from the brink, and then got to a place that we were all like, yeah, you do belong here. You have shown yourself over and over. I loved it. That was our final episode before the finale. So next week we are finding out who is in fact going to win. Are you Team Crystal, Team Ella, or Team Kitty? I think we're both very much Team Kitty, but I think realistically for me,
I don't know. This is what I was going to say earlier that I was going to say now.
What?
I've been Kitty all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if Ella takes it. And I wouldn't be mad.
That's what I said last week. I just want it to be known.
Okay.
I made that prediction already. She has really risen to the top.
I don't want her to be good because she's so attractive. And she got to be in Wicked.
I never understood that, side of it until I saw her video message from her boyfriend on TV. And then I was like, well, no, I don't think you should,
One short Ella Vidae.
But happy for anyone to win, truly. Just so
it would be
it'll
iconic
be
if Crystal won, but I think Crystal should maybe not this time and come back in a All-Stars or a World International and fucking blow everyone away as a 21-year-old.
Or come back next season because during the finale she breaks her knee. She pulls a Eureka /Victoria. Trademark Tien. Make sure that you are joining us next week for the mukbang. We cannot wait to see who is going to win this. If you enjoyed this, you can go ahead and subscribe and hit that little bell notification so you get the notification whenever we get our shit together.
Yes, and you can also join us on Patreon. Patreon.com/IMHOtheSHOW for exclusive content. If you'd like a personalized message from us, join us over at Cameo. We're both on there.
And both of them are on. Do you have Cameo? I have like 3 cameos tonight. How many do you have?
No, I don't have any, but that's the way I like it.
If you want from both of us, you can go to IMHOtheSHOW.com and order a cameo. We'll have the background. We'll have everything. It'll be so exciting.
Yeah.
What?
Did you rewatch? Because for another surprise bachelorette, I got you a cameo from...
Yes. I
got
Ramona's
daughter.
From Avery.
Avery
oh my God,
Singer.
I just had a stroke.
Avery
From
Singer.
Avery. She said hello. Well, no, she didn't say that. She was very nice. But I did enjoy that the whole time I'm watching it, I'm thinking, oh my God, that's my daughter. But everyone thinks that's my sister, okay? We just are so young. And she has friends that could be my own daughter. But instead, I'm like their friend because I look so young. Did you say she broke her wrist? And do you know what she did at Diana the Musical on Broadway?
Yes.
She put her drink on the stage and wouldn't wear a mask because she is garbage.
But her daughter is lovely. Thank you so
thank you,
much
Avery.
for the cameo, Avery.
Thank you, Avery. I've always thought of you more as a friend than just as my daughter. Okay, we'll see you next time. All right.
Wait, what? How do they say goodbye in UK?
They say, obviously we're doing Matthew McConaughey as Eliza in My Fair Lady. All right. Goodbye. Yeah.
Remember when she puts the marbles in her mouth? All right, it's fine. All right.
Those giant ice cubes you put in whiskey, because that's masculine.
Oh, yeah. I bet he can fit a lot in there. Ew. Teeth on ice makes me cringe. We have to stop now. You've ruined it.
Thank you.